Mastering non-verbal communication. I'm going to talk about how to use body language, how to use eye contact, and how to use your posture to send out interesting signals, attractive signals. Imagine walking into a room and before you even say a word, people actually notice you. Yeah, women glance your way, conversations naturally open up, and you feel quite, confident. You feel this confidence radiating from within. Now, this is not magic. Yeah, this is not about a magic line. This is not about having a perfect outfit. This is not about what you say. It's the way you move. It's the way you look. It's the way you carry yourself. And I'm pretty sure that sometimes when you are sitting in a social environment and a person like that comes in and he radiates just this natural aura, you also notice it. And you also notice how other people are noticing that person, right? It's just the way that that person carries him or herself. And in this training, you're going to discover how mastering non-verbal communication can make you instantly way more magnetic, instantly way more interesting, instantly way more charismatic, and instantly way more attractive, no matter where you are. Yeah, so expect that in this training you're going to learn the science and the art of body language, the art of eye contact, the science of posture, how to use them to project confidence, to project approachability, to project a genuine interest. Yeah, we're going to break down the most powerful non-verbal signals. Yeah, we're going to show you how to avoid common mistakes and give you practical challenges to help you stand out in any social setting. Yeah, and by the end, you're going to know how to walk into any room and make an impact without even saying a word. Now, for the guys who have no idea who this bald guy is, my name is Rink. I'm from the Netherlands, from Holland. And since 2009, I've been mentoring, teaching, coaching guys, and I've helped men transform their dating lives by teaching them the hidden language of attraction. Yeah, it's one of my... I'm a nerd when it comes to this. If you want to be the guy who gets noticed and who gets remembered, and not just for what you say, but for how you make people in general feel, but in this case, how you make women feel, then this training is for you. Now, let me introduce you to Alex. Alex is 29. He works in finance, and he always felt invisible at parties, at social events, even when he was with his friends. Yeah, and he would try to start conversations. Yeah, but in this case, women seemed uninterested. They seemed distracted, easily distracted. And he thought that maybe he wasn't good looking enough, or that he needed better lines, or worse even, that he needed more money. But then after seeing a video of himself at a friend's birthday that I actually took, and I showed him himself, he realized something. He realized that he was always hunched over, that he was always avoiding eye contact. So he was hunched over and he was looking down, even when people talked, like literally spoke to him out of politeness. He looked down. He was fidgeting with his fingers. He was fidgeting with his phone, like just fidgeting around. He looked nervous, even when he wasn't nervous. Now, I could gladly, I'm very happy that I could get him to want to change. He was determined to change. And one of the things that we worked on was his body language. So, very simple things. He practiced standing tall. He practiced making eye contact. He practiced using open gestures. And the difference was immediate. Women started noticing him a little bit more. Yeah, it wasn't like a difference between black and white or night and day, but there was a difference. Conversations flowed more easily. He felt a sense of, well, yeah, he started to feel a sense of confidence, social confidence. And that's when Alex learned that you can, like, that no matter where he was, he could carry himself in a way that made him more interesting to be around. Yeah, and that how he carried himself spoke way louder than anything that he could say. So, if you ever felt overlooked or unsure how to get noticed, this training is going to show you how to let your presence do the talking. Yeah, your presence, you being there, you there being present without using your words. Step 1. This is important. Master your posture. You're going to have to work on your posture. Yeah, there's no way around it. Your posture is the foundation of your non-verbal communication. And when you stand tall, shoulders back, your head held high, you instantly project a little bit more confidence, a little bit more self-respect. Slouching, and look, slouching is something that I usually do as well. Yeah, I have a big problem with slouching because for a very long time, I developed a slouch. I was a chef. Yeah, I stood in the kitchen the entire day. Hunched over the fire, hunched over over the cutting board. Then, besides that, I was a music producer. I was sitting in front of my computer producing music. Then I was a DJ. So my entire posture, the entire day, 7 days a week, I slouched. So it was something I still have to work on. Yeah, I'm improving. Yeah, I'm working hard on it, and it doesn't come easy. It doesn't come easy. Yeah, but when I look at my videos now, and I look at videos of years back, there's a big difference. Yeah. So slouching, crossing your arms, or this is what a lot of guys do as well, shrinking into yourself. Yeah, it sends a message of low status. Yeah, which is very unattractive, and it sends it communicates signals of insecurity. So I want you to think about the following. Would you trust a leader? Would you trust someone to lead you who looks like he wants to disappear? Would you follow his lead? Would you? No, you wouldn't. And you have to think it from women's perspective as well. Women are drawn to men who look comfortable in their own skin, good posture. And a good posture not only makes you look better, it actually makes you feel better. Yeah, because your mind and your body, they are connected. So I have a challenge for you. Write this down. The next time you walk into a room, pause for a second. Yeah, before you enter the room, pause for a second. Take a deep breath. Roll your shoulders back. Plant your feet firmly. Ground yourself. And imagine a string tied to the tip of your head, or the top of your head, pulling you up. Yeah, and that is your posture for the moment that you're there. And notice how people respond to you when you take up a little bit of space like that. Yeah? Make yourself a little bit bigger. I'm a salsa dancer myself, and I train with I've trained with a show team. And one of my teachers, she continuously, that like they kept pounding on us, take your space, make it look bigger. When you take your space, when you are in a social environment, you just automatically exude a bigger aura. You will get noticed. Yeah, and this is a very common mistake. Many guys try to look cool by leaning against a wall, and having this "I'm too cool for school" persona. This actually makes you look stupid. It makes you look really unattractive. Own your space, stand tall, project positive, interesting, charismatic, attractive energy. Yeah, think about that. I am here now and I'm going to project my aura. People are going to notice me and they're going to be positively affected by me just being here. And when you only think that, just that thought alone will make you stand bigger. Instead of thinking, what a lot of guys do, shit, I don't feel at home here. I don't feel at ease. I feel shitty. I don't know what to say. What are these people going to think of me? And the more shit that goes through your mind like that, the smaller you make yourself. Yeah, your aura just shrinks around you. So stop doing that. Own your space, stand tall, positive talk, and be amazed at the difference. Yeah? The second step is use eye contact. Yeah, so we had posture, eye contact. Eye contact is one of the most powerful tools for building trust, for building interest, for displaying social confidence, for building attraction. Yeah, when you look people in the eye, you show that you are present, that you are confident, and that you are genuinely interested. I see this on a lot of dates. The girl is speaking to the guy, and the guy is so in his head, thinking, oh shit, what should I do? What should I say? That his eyes are all over the place. Or they are, finally they have a date again. The girl, looks them in the eyes, and they look down. Like, what does that communicate? What does that communicate? If you don't or avoid eye contact, if you don't make eye contact, you communicate that you are either disinterested or that you are nervous. Now, you can also use too much of eye contact. Yeah, oh yeah? that bald guy from Holland told me that I should make eye contact. Well, here you go. Yeah, that will make it. That's creepy. That's intense. Agreed. Look, Alex used to avoid eye contact. Yeah, he looked shy. It made him look shy. But once he started holding eye contact just a little longer, especially when meeting someone new, he noticed women became way more engaged and a little bit more open. Yeah, because now you are actually in contact. So the woman is not just simply speaking at you, but she's communicating with you. Yeah, and again, again, in salsa, I see it as well, in the dance, that you have the man, you have the woman, they're dancing together. It seems that they're dancing together. But the guy is so in his head thinking about, oh, what is the next move that I should do? What is the next move? Their eyes are all over the place. She's trying to make eye contact. Why? Because she wants to know what he's going to do. And she's looking at him, trying to make eye contact, and the guy's looking everywhere but here. So when you talk to women that do partner dances, it doesn't matter how many moves you do. If you are not in contact with her, she will not feel it. So she will not like it. She will not like the dance. You can actually have a great dance, not doing a whole lot, just moving around a little bit and having eye contact. Like, I don't have a lot of moves. I hold eye contact and I smile and I have a little bit of musicality. So I play with what I do have. But that eye contact is important. Do not avoid it. Yeah? When you with your date as well. You don't have to look at her the entire time, but make eye contact and release gently. Gently release, as if you are looking at something else. And then you look back. Yeah, don't just drop your eyes down when she looks at you. Yeah, so my challenge for you is, in your next conversation, hold eye contact for 1 extra second. Especially after you're done speaking. Like I'm displaying right now. Yeah? When you speak, you hold eye contact. When you're done speaking, you hold eye contact for 1 more second, and then you let go. And especially when you see a woman that you are interested in, challenge yourself to actually meet her gaze. Yeah, when women are looking around, you can be the guy that makes eye contact. Most guys don't do it. Most guys are actually, they try to hide, oh, maybe she sees me. What will she think? Hey, man, put a big stupid smile on your face. Make eye contact. And when she makes eye contact, do not break eye contact. Nod your head. Say, hi, how are you doing? Enjoy the evening. You'll be surprised how many positive responses you will get. And those positive responses are the responses that you need to build up a little bit of confidence, to build up that, a frame of reference. Like, hey, man, when I make eye contact, I actually get a positive feedback, which feels good. So you're restructuring your thought process. Yeah, because meeting a woman's gaze, making eye contact, shows confidence, and it creates a spark of curiosity. Yeah, don't stare. Don't lock eyes without blinking. I'm trying to make eye contact. No, like, be relaxed. Be relaxed. The goal is to be warm. The goal is to be inviting. The goal is not to be intimidating or to look tough. Yeah? So I hope I made that clear. So we have posture, we have eye contact. Step number 3, open body language. An open body language. When you have open body language instead of a closed body language, yeah? This is closed, this is open. Let me just grab the different camera here, yeah? Eye contact. This is closed. This was me, like, back in the day. This is open, yeah? Friendly face. Open body language signals that you are relaxed, that you feel at ease, especially in a social setting. You want to communicate that you feel at ease, that you are comfortable, and that makes you automatically approachable. So keep your arms uncrossed, keep your hands visible, or just keep one hand in your pocket and the other, use it to communicate. Keep your gestures natural. Don't use those content creator gestures. Yeah, they go like, they open with the hook. How do you feel like when you no, like keep it natural. Especially when you're talking to someone, but use gestures. Yeah, don't put your hands in your pocket, because when you communicate with only your voice, it doesn't hit as good. It doesn't hit as well. You want to use gestures, but do it naturally. Yeah, and when you're talking to someone, angle your body slightly toward them. Yeah, not completely. And don't lean in. Especially with women, do not lean in. When you lean in, and this is what I see a lot of guys do, you can automatically see you are interested in her. And she feels it, because she feels this continuously. Hey, I'm speaking to you. I hope you like it that I speak to you. You know, we call it pecking. You know, like a chicken. It looks stupid. Stand firm. Be relaxed. Be open. Guide your body slightly. Yeah? Angle your body towards them slightly. Let your words do the traveling. Make eye contact to show interest. You don't have to lean in to show interest. You don't want to show interest like that. You're interested enough to make eye contact. And what I do is, especially when you make eye contact and when someone speaks to you, when the lady is talking to you, just tilt your head a little bit. Interesting point. And then when you start talking, you can lean away a little bit again. Yeah, so you don't look too invested, overly invested, but relax. Yeah, and stand on your back foot instead of on your foot. Or you lean on your back foot instead of the front one, because when you lean on the front one, you're going to lean in. Yeah, but remove closed off gestures like crossing your arms, hiding your hands, turning your body away. Yeah, sometimes I see those guys that try to act too cool. You know, like the lady is here, and they're talking to the girl over here. Yeah, like the guys, this looks stupid. I understand that you don't want to look needy and that you want to look a little bit disinterested, but this is just that is just ridiculous. Yeah. And yeah, just don't communicate that you're nervous, that you're guarding yourself. Yeah? Be open, be approachable, be friendly. Again, you want to warm up the place with your presence. You don't want to scare people off with your presence. And it's I always have this conversation with guys, because guys don't understand how important these slight cues are. But these very simple slight cues communicate a whole lot about what's going on in your mind. Yeah, and who you are. And women pick up on these cues instantly, even without realizing it. And whether you are too cool for school or whether it doesn't matter. You could actually be her dream man. If you are standing like this or hunched over, you're sending out very unattractive signals. Yeah, so challenge. I've got another challenge for you. At your next social event which is going to be this weekend. Yeah, get your ass out of the house into a social setting. There's people there wanting to meet you. So go to a social setting. Keep your hands out of your pockets. Use open gestures when you talk. If you're sitting, avoid folding your arms or your legs too tightly, yeah, as if you have no balls. Like relax, open up. And notice how people respond when you are physically open. Yeah, and you have to understand that the mistakes that a lot of guys make, fidgeting with their phone, yeah, especially when they're in a social setting, no one's talking to them, so they're gonna just play around with their phone to look important, you know? Yeah, I'm not speaking to anyone because I have more important things to do. Like scrolling on fucking TikTok. I have way too important things to do here than to speak to all of you. I'm in a social setting because I have important things in my phone. It looks ridiculous. Everybody with a bit of sense of social dynamics understands that people who are grabbing their phones in a social setting are hiding. They're trying to hide the fact that they have nothing interesting to say, that they are uninteresting people, and it makes them unattractive. It makes you unattractive. So stop doing that. Keep your hands relaxed. Use them to emphasize your points naturally. And if you feel the need, this is a good one. If you feel the need to grab your phone to try and escape what's going on here, that should be your cue to start speaking to people. You're in a social environment. People are all there because they want to be social. They're all gathered around this social watering hole. Yeah, a place where people come to drink together and meet each other. Open your mouth. Speak. If you have nothing to say that. Hey, look, I have nothing to say, but I wanted to say hi to you guys. What's up? My name is Rick. Nice to meet you. When you do it with an open body language, with a smile on your face, and with a I don't give a shit what you guys think of me attitude, you will get away with it. Yeah, so don't make it too big of a thing. Yeah, but don't close yourself off. Don't hide in your phone. Do not do it. Because it will literally trigger this negative cycle, this downward cycle, and before you know it, you're just scrolling on TikTok, and then you go home feeling shitty. You know, nothing happened. Well, nothing happened because you didn't make it happen. Next point. Mirror and match. Now we're going to go a little bit deeper into communication. Mirroring is a very subtle way to build trust and to build connection. Yeah, when you naturally match someone's posture, someone's gestures, someone's energy, it communicates to that other person that you are in sync. Now, this is something that we all do naturally. When we are with friends, when we are with people that we like and trust, we naturally do this. We naturally mirror each other. Yeah. If you want to know why, look up mirror neurons, because they cause that mirroring behavior. But these mirror neurons, they fire and they make you act like the other person. Why? Because we are a social species. We are social. And when we act the same, it gives us a feeling of togetherness, of trust, of, hey, you are like me. I like you better now. I'm not saying you should copy every move, but for an example, Yeah, you can do this very consciously. It's actually quite funny to do. When she leans in a little bit, you can lean in a little bit as well. When she smiles, you can smile back. When she uses a certain word a few times and you recognize that word, you're not like, that's your word. Now you can use it. You can use the exact same word. You can literally mirror the things that she say. You can mirror her hand gestures. When she grabs her cup, you can grab the cup. Now, this is something that when you notice that she is doing it when you are doing it, like the moment that she starts mirroring you, that's when you know you're trying to align yourself with me. You feel a little bit more trust. You feel a little bit more connection. Yeah? It's a great way to, well, it's actually, I see it as an indication of interest. When a woman is mirroring me, she's trying to align with me. And I spoke to Alex about this as well. And he noticed that when he mirrored the energy of the group, the energy of the group, so being lively, for an example, when the vibe was high, or calm when things were more relaxed, he fit in a little bit more naturally. Yeah, because this is one of the things that a lot of guys do as well, especially the introverts, or the guys that are a little bit shy. In a social setting, usually the vibe in between, like within a group, is a little bit high. Yeah, everybody's talking to each other, and there's energy there. So when you go over with a low energy, hey guys, I thought I'd come and say hi because I'm such a social guy. Like it doesn't match the energy. And it will feel really weird for them. It will feel as if you are coming over to steal their warmth. You're not bringing anything. Yeah, so mirroring their vibe is something that I keep hammering on the guys in our mentorship program. When you start a conversation, from the beginning, mirror their energy. When their energy is this high, you come in this high, and preferably a little bit higher. Why? Because that's when they feel that you're actually bringing something. Yeah. You can always, it's best to come in a little bit higher than a little bit lower. Yeah, because a little bit lower is always too low. A little bit higher, that's good. Don't overdo it though. Yeah, don't overdo it. But Alex, like, he noticed that he fit in more easily and that conversations flowed better. Why? Because he matched their energy. He mirrored their vibe. So my challenge to you is, in your next interaction, pay attention to the other person's body language, to the other person's energy, and mirror it subtly to build rapport. Yeah? Build rapport. It doesn't have to be a woman. It doesn't have to be the girl that you have a date with. Try and see if you can notice it when you are with friends. You will notice that you will start to make the same jokes, use the same language, use the same, like, you will match each other's energy. We do this naturally. Yeah, it's a natural way of communicating between, the same species. I think even like other species, like, they mirror each other as well. It's something that mammals do. So, but don't overdo it. Don't make it too obvious. Mirroring should feel natural, not forced. When it's forced, it looks really stupid. It actually looks really, it's like you look like a robot. Yeah. The next one, using touch, physical touch in an appropriate way to signal comfort and interest. I always get a load of shit for this when I say you should implement touch in your way of communicating with other people, because it's always, people who have shitty social lives that have absolutely no idea what they're talking about, that say, no, you should never touch anyone, you should never do that, it feels awkward. No, it feels awkward when you do it. But when you do it in an appropriate way, it is a very powerful non-verbal cue that we all use, you too, to communicate. Human beings use touch to communicate. Yeah, but I do agree that especially now, in the times that we live right now, it must be used with awareness. Yeah, don't go, with your chicken claws, like that bald Dutch guy said that I should touch, don't do it like that. But when you're talking to someone, a light touch on the arm during a laugh, a friendly high five, respect, you got me there. A brief a pat on the back, that will create warmth and a connection. Yeah, and always pay attention to her responses. When she leans in or touches back or is actually quite relaxed with the fact, when you have your arm around her while turning yourself away a little bit, like, hey, you see those guys? And then you release. When she feels relaxed with your touches, it's a good sign. If she pulls away, hey, respect her space and do a better game. Yeah. I'm going to bring up salsa again. The dance has really taught me how to use physical touch as a very powerful way of communicating comfort, awareness, creating that vibe, that bubble that we are together. It's us inside our own little bubble. Yeah. Yeah, you just have to be mindful of it. But see it like this. If you, especially, let's take your date. Yeah, your last date. Where most likely you sat across from the table of each other, right? She sat there, you sat here. There was quite a decent amount of space between the two of you. And you attacked her with a barrage of boredom, asking all the dumb questions that you ask any other girl. So, where are you from? Oh, what do you do for work? Cool, yeah. What kind of music do you like? What kind of, do you eat pineapple on your pizza? Like all those as if you have a, how do you call that? A job interview. Then on top of it, you there's no way for you guys touching each other. Now, in the end, doesn't the hug, if right before you move away, you go back home and she goes back home, and you want to give her a hug, doesn't it feel weird just to give the hug? It's a hug. There's nothing wrong with giving a hug, but doesn't it feel like a weird step to take? It's a big step, right? You know why? Because you didn't build up to that hug during the date with physical touch. You didn't escalate physical touches. You didn't physically escalate. And that's important. Especially like, for an example, yeah, she could actually like you. She could actually feel somewhat of attracted to you. But if you have not built up physically, if you didn't physically escalate properly, she could actually want you to kiss her. But that kiss feels like a big step to take because you didn't lead up to it using physical touches. Physical touches are very important because if at some point you want to give her a hug, you don't want it to feel like a step. You want it to feel natural, as a natural, it has to be natural in that flow. The kiss, even. The kiss has to happen naturally. After building up physical touches, you grab her, you push her away at some point. Yeah, now you do it a few times. You make a joke. She punches you on the arm. Yeah, she's now touching you. You can start reading her hands. Yeah, I'm a palm reader. Give me your hands. Yeah, so that she actually feels comfortable with you, like touching her hand, and you can, I don't know. I always use some bullshit that I saw in a movie or something, Yeah, I see here that the stars align and it doesn't matter. I'm physically escalating. Now when I want to go in for the kiss, it feels way more natural. Yeah, there's there's a certain level of physical trust that has been built up. Yeah. So what I would say is, and this is my challenge for you, in a social setting, whether it's a friendly gathering, whether it's on a date, it doesn't matter. In any social setting, very mindfully start using light, friendly touches when the moment feels right. Yeah, the moment has to be right. Yeah, you don't go just standing there and then out of nowhere just touching people. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. But when you're talking to them and you want that moment of attention, you could actually slightly tap their arm. Like, hey, didn't I tell you last time that blah, 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 a story about my grandmother? Well, do you know what happened yesterday? Yeah, grab the shoulder. Do you know what happened yesterday? Release. Yeah, you go in, you let go. Posture, body language, eye contact, it all comes together now. Touches. When the moment feels right, experiment with it. With your friends, with your parents, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be sexual. It should not be. It should be a part of your natural way of communicating with people. Watch the most charismatic person that you know somewhere in your surroundings. Watch that person communicating with others. I can guarantee you right now, 1,000%, that person, whether it's a man or a woman, that person uses his or her touches. Yeah? Don't use it too often. Let it happen naturally and let it be a tool that you can use for comfort and rapport building, because that's what it is. That's why human beings, as the social animals that we are, use touches. It's to build comfort and it's to build rapport. And I'm losing my voice. I have a very bad cold for the last few days. Yeah, but this is it. If you want to master, if you want to become a better communicator, if you want to seem more interesting, if you want to be more attractive, more charismatic, you have to master nonverbal communication. There's no way around it. Mind your posture. Yeah? Open, straight up, exude positive energy, a slight smile on your face, make eye contact with people, use your body language, yeah? Mirror others people's stances, mirror what they do because they will feel more aligned with you, and use touches. To master nonverbal communication, focus on your posture, focus on your eye contact, focus on open body language. All of these skills will help you stand out, it will help you for you to be more at ease. Plus, you communicate so many communication signals that make other people feel at ease as well, that make women feel at ease. And it will help you to create rapport, trust, comfort, attraction. Yeah. It's not a big amount of attraction, but it's still, every little bit counts. Before you even say a word, you will be perceived as way more interesting. Yeah, so think of it like this. Every time you walk into a room with closed off body language and you avoid eye contact and you just stand there not using what you have, you miss out on real opportunities for meeting amazing people and connecting with them. And right now, there are men out there, right now, they're getting noticed. They're building attraction with possibly the woman of your dreams. But because you are stuck inside your bedroom, stuck inside a house, stuck inside your mind, not improving your communication skills, your social skills, they are getting noticed. They are building attraction, not you. And they are doing it because they master these non-verbal cues. Yeah, so I understand that it will feel really uncomfortable. It will feel uncomfortable doing it, but because you have old habits. You have old habits that don't suit you. They keep you stuck. They keep you stuck. They keep you in a sexless life. And you're angry. And you're jerking off ferociously every night, yeah, before you go to sleep. Don't let your old, non-serving, useless habits hold you back. Yeah, because remember Alex, once he started using confident body language, genuine eye contact, everything changed. He felt more at ease. Women responded with interest. Guys wanted to actually connect with him, speak with him. And he became the guy who became more and more noticed. And all that without saying a word. Yeah, so this is it. This is what I want to give you. If you are ready to level up your presence, start practicing and improving your non-verbal skills. Do it today. Do it tomorrow. Today is Thursday that I'm recording this. It's time to get out of the house. Look, when you understand this and you put it to work, there is no competition. The gray mass of guys, of the 95%, don't do anything. So it's up to you, man. It's up to you. Stand tall, make eye contact, open up your body language, and watch how people respond. And feel very free. Yeah, I invite you to share your progress in the comments. Mail it to me if you want to. info@manacademy.nl. Subscribe for more and challenge yourself to make every social interaction count. Yeah, your body language speaks before you do. So step into every room with confidence. Fake it if you have to, but Make yourself big. Let your presence shine and watch as the world, as the universe, and the right women respond to who you actually are. Yeah, that confidence, sexy man. Brother, with a lot of love, I see you in the next training. Enjoy the day wherever you are. Mwah. I see you next time.